Hello everyone, this is the Duke, and I've got a pretty, well, it should be a pretty cool game. I'm going to say already, it's a pretty cool game. Now, as you can plainly see in the mini-map, this is in fact an 8-player map. So, let me tell you about this. This is, I love this. This is so funny. Anyways, this is the Pro FFA from the last IEM. So let's get down to player introductions, as you can already begin to see. Anyway, as the red Protoss, we have MC. As the yellow Terran, we have Puma. As the teal Terran, we have Slayers MMA. I hope he wins, because he's my favorite. As the orange Terran, we have Empire Kos. As the, what is that, gray Protoss, we have Rotterdam. Oh man, that's so cool. And as the blue Terran, we have dApollo. As the blue Terran, we have purple Terran, we have Strelock. And as the green Zerg, we have MTW Dimaga. So let's look at the message log real quick. So a little bit of trash talk. MC's calling everybody noobs, can't read Korean. And I think everyone's just gonna go straight for MC. Wish I could read Korean. So the last FFA I casted was also on this map, but it wasn't pro players. It was just a lot of really good players from my Monday Night Arena matches. So I'm really interested to see what's going to happen. A little bit more trash. If I'm really mad at it, it's not my fault. Using Idra's keyboard. It'll be, man, I can't wait for this game to start. I can't even like begin to contain my excitement. I'm just like freaking out. Looks like MMA is gonna go wants Dimaga, MC wants Dimaga. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So it looks like let's talk about the game a little bit. Strelock is going for a quick expand, and Dimaga is going for a quick expand, and everyone else is really just playing somewhat standard at the moment. I haven't seen Rotterdam play, so I'm like intrigued by this. And I don't know much about Kos, except that yeah, he's doing standard. MMA's going standard. Puma's going standard. I really like Puma too, and mostly just for Puma's mech play is just like so good. I love watching it, so I'm hoping to see something out of him. Mostly what I'm hoping for in this game is just like pure ridiculousness. We might see some ridiculousness out of MC. MC is going for a double gas opening. Now, Dimaga is still just playing it pretty standard. It looks like he's going to be going... He just barely started gas, so we aren't going to see speedlings out of him. Strelock is playing standard too. His command center is finishing. Now, it looks like... Whoa. Are these guys allied? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if these guys are allied. Interesting, because they were just like sort of just dancing around. Like I don't know if you saw that Marine just dancing around, but I'm pretty sure like this is just an FFA, like no teams. I guess I think Rotterdam was on hold position there. So, anyways, we do see that MC is going for a Robo. We'll probably see fast Colossus with his 2 assimilators here. For Dimaga, still just speedlings for him. Now Strelock he did finish his orbital, and he is going to finish this bunker, which is going to make it a little bit easier to defend against something possibly cheesy. dApollo is going for a... Yeah, dApollo is going to be going for his expansion, and he does have his factory right after his barracks with double gas, so it looks like that he's going to be going for tanks, and we'll probably see, yeah, there it is, Siege Tech coming down too. Rotterdam started his Nexus as well. Gateway Tech isn't finished out for him, so he isn't going to be able to... So unit production is going to be a little bit delayed for him, although he did go 2-gate Robo. So it looks like... So he'll be able to defend against possible Stalker aggression, although really there's only 2 Protosses on the map and the rest are Terrans. Pretty scary. Looks like Kos is going for... Apparently Idra is trolling dApollo at this moment in time, at least. Looks like Kos is going for a quick Raven. And I wonder what he's going to use for that Raven. It might just be for PDDs. We might see some Secret Missile Harass, because he did transfer his Starport, and now he has his factory on this tech lab, and he is going for siege tech. Now, nothing really, nothing too crazy is happening at the moment. Looks like MC, I think, was trying to expand, but Dimaga managed to Dimaga denied him, at least for a little bit. Rotterdam did just barely get his base up, so he is going to start saturating this. And for Rotterdam, Rotterdam has a robotics bay down, so he can at least start producing colossi when the time comes. So everyone is pretty much just on 2 bases. MMA actually hasn't. MMA, Kos and Puma have not taken their bases yet. Puma's command center is finishing up right now. MMA actually has 2 other command centers, so he very quickly can expand. Kos is going to be taking his expand. And Puma is moving into Dimaga's base with his cloaked Banshee. He's going to cause quite a bit of damage. This Banshee is up to 10 kills already, so really nice there. The Banshee is unfortunately out of cloak, so he isn't going to be able to do much more beyond that, because this queen is in position. Now, this Banshee for Puma is just hanging out here. MC is going to be taking his base. It looks like MC is really just producing immortals at this point in time. Really no other units. He does have sentries, but and a couple stalkers too. MMA is taking his 3rd base, although Puma is going to try and poke into this 3rd base of MMA. Unfortunately, MMA does have this orbital, but he has no energy to scan, so he is going to just chase him, though, as MMA is definitely too wise for this. Now MC is going to be pushing into Puma's base right now, and MC is going to have vision of the high ground. He does have 3 immortals, and 3 immortals very quickly take down buildings. In fact, 3 immortals are really good against everything. Not sure what's going on over here, but MC is pushing into the base of Puma right now, and he's just causing all sorts of havoc. Barracks is down, supply depot's down, and this factory is going to go down awfully quickly too. Meanwhile, on other sides of the map, it looks like Kos was pushing into MMA's base a little bit with this Viking and this Raven. I think he was able to cause a little bit of damage, snipe a couple SCVs, but nothing too crazy. Meanwhile, Puma is going to be going for a bit of a counter. He is sending in a cloaked Banshee. Puma, but MC does have an observer, and he does have. Sorry guys, there's like so much going on. I'm trying to cover all the action. So this Banshee's up to 12 kills. Finally goes down. Strelock does have the barracks inside the base of Apollo, and he does have tanks on the low ground, so he is going to be able to start attacking whatever really comes into range. MC is pretty much at this point in time finishing off Puma. Meanwhile, MMA is getting harassed fairly aggressively by Kos, who has tanks on the low ground, and he does have a dropship's worth of Marines on the high ground as well. Another thing that complicates this is this Viking right here. This Viking is going to be able to snipe, is going to make it very hard for him to get vision, and it also gives Kos vision on the low ground for the tanks. So basically MC just annihilated Puma. Puma does have his 2 orbital commands still alive. A bunch of Lings are moving out across the map, and I'm not sure if these guys do have an alliance. I don't think they do, because I'm pretty sure this is just an FFA with closed alliances. So, looks like Dimaga is trying to poke in there. MC isn't very happy about it. Dimaga is going to be taking this gold right here, and Rotterdam is going to be taking this gold as well. Now, MMA is getting harassed on all sides. He's getting harassed by Kos, a little bit by Puma, and now Dimaga is going in here, and Dimaga is just causing all sorts of trouble to MMA. MMA is losing so many SCVs. Now, a little bit of a tense situation between Strelock and Apollo here. We sort of have like this DMZ. Well, really, it's rather militarized. If any unit comes in here, it's just going to get destroyed, and this barracks is just making it such a problem for him. making matters worse for MMA, Strelock is moving in with his Blue Flame Hellions and just basically just denying all sorts of mining for MMA. And Costa's going to try and push up here too. So, unfortunately, my favorite player is getting knocked out. Unbelievable. You guys are jerks. But it's okay because it's an FFA, so it's not like it really matters. So, both Cost and Strelock are in here. Looks like they're going to be targeting each other, which is really what MMA could the best thing that MMA can hope for right now. Oh man, and MMA loses his orbital. Fortunately, he does have another orbital here, although he is getting mined out rather quickly. So MMA is in fact in a lot of trouble right here. The situation is getting even more tense as the command center now Strelock now has a command center inside of dApollo's base. If these units get any closer, looks like he is going to be able to take out this engineering bay. MC is pushing towards Dimaga. He does have 2 Colossi, and with some proper force fields, all of these lings will just be a huge problem. I really wish I knew like what was going on between Dimaga and MC. Maybe someone could like explain in the comments. Maybe they like play against each other all the time, or they hate each other. I don't know. Either way, it's pretty entertaining. Poor MMA is in a bit of a troubled situation right now as he bunch of changelings just died. As he is trying to take his third base, and he is sieging up on the low ground, so he's going to be able to defend. dApollo is pushing up into the base of Rotterdam, and he is going to be able to kill all of these probes and deny mining. Meanwhile, Koss is just trying so hard to deny Puma from getting back into this game, as Puma has been in a lot of trouble. And Rotterdam has just been keeping to himself. He does have a Void Ray Colossus Zealot, which will actually be rather effective against pretty much all the army compositions of every player, with the exception of MC, as MC does have a couple of Immortals. But even then, he'll still be really good against him. Still we might as well just call this like the DMZ. This is the DMZ. If anyone comes in here, bad news bears. That's what happens. So stay out of the DMZ. MMA was able to take his third. He did have a bunch of mule drops on it, so he is going to be able to get some to quickly mine. However, MMA is losing this left side of his base, very similar to the way that dApollo's lost this side of his base to Strelock. So, and what also makes this hard is that all these Vikings here, they can shoot any of the buildings that get too close. So it is a bit of a tense situation for MMA right now. Now with these Ravens, they really should drop oh man, did I miss something? I hope I didn't. I don't know. It's mostly all in Korean, unfortunately. So Dimaga has Ultralists now and Marines, and he is bringing Queens with him. However, Strelock is pushing up against Dimaga, and he was able to deny this third base, or second base really, of Dimaga with all of these tanks. MC is going to be getting attacked by Dimaga here, and there's just so many, oh my gosh, so many Ultralists and tons of lings. Some really nice micro there. However, these Ultralists are just going to be incredibly effective against all these Colossi. Strelock is waiting for his moment to take his third. Now, it looks like MMA was able to destroy all of Koss's Vikings. However, MMA is losing that side of his base just more and more with every passing second. Yep, and looks like MC is complaining about game imbalance. When in reality, Protoss Imba, I don't know. Who actually knows? Marines are pushing out for Puma here, proving that he is still in fact in this game. So good for Puma. And I didn't realize this. I think these Queens got us some really nice transfuses. So unfortunately, this Colossus is the only thing that MC has left, and Dimaga is going to be pushing in here with Puma is actually able to get inside the base of Dimaga, who right now is a little bit busy with other things. So really nice stutter step micro there from Dimaga. Meanwhile, it looks like Koss has taken back the skies again against MMA, where really like this base is almost mined out for MMA anyways, so he doesn't care too much. Wow, this Colossi is still alive. This is so funny, and really, oh wow, incredible. MC was able to get a a surround on that Ultralisk with his probes. However, down goes the Colossus. So really crazy there. I'm not entirely sure what's happening in every part of the game. Looks like Strelock is now safely fortified up on this base. Meanwhile, Dimaga is trying to push into MMA, as MMA was pretty dead earlier. MMA is now back, although, yeah, Dimaga is he's just having a field day over here. There are frankly just too many Vikings here for MMA to deal with unless he drops some PDDs. So there's the PDD, and MMA does manage to get quite a few of the Vikings. Although he's got to be careful, Oh! And MMA loses his Raven, unfortunately, which was definitely essential to him. Whoa. MC managed to get out a mothership. How about that? Looks like Dimaga is trying to defend this gold base of his. And Rotterdam is chasing a command center with his Void Rays. 9 Void Rays here with +1 attack. Quite a few Void Rays there. MC is determined not to lose this game. He is... That was really creative use of Mothership there, cloaking them so that the Lings can't attack. Really nicely done there. Now, Apollo, man, look at this force. These Thors have 2 attack, and he's got a bunch of zealots, not zealots, tanks. Meanwhile, Strelock is trying to clean up a bunch of this gooey, dirty creep, and Koss is moving out, I think, towards MMA at this point in time. Who, you can definitely tell that Koss tastes blood, and he smells blood from MMA. MMA is just down to 99 supply. He's lost pretty much all of his production. I think this is going to be the killing blow for him. There are so many tanks here. This is just like a frightening amount of tanks, and they're just going to be able to just pretty much one-shot buildings at this point in time. Although he does manage to get quite a few of Apollo's Blue Flame Hellions. But it looks like this is going to be it for MMA at this point in time. I think he's out. Again, wish I knew what they were saying in Korean, because this is just too bad. It looks like Apollo is forced to attack. Is being attacked by a bunch of SCVs. Puma, still in this, is producing Marines, and Koss is going to be destroying this base of MMA, which is the last mining base of MMA. Meanwhile, Strelock is going straight for Dimaga, who, Strelock has a bunch of Blue Flame Hellions with +2 attack, and those Zerglings aren't going to be able to get close at all, as they will 2-shot those Zerglings. Now, pretty much MC is down to this mothership right here. He literally doesn't have any other units. But, however, Dimaga is just so well-mannered, he does love him. Now, he's got to be careful with those queens there so that those queens don't push on him. Meanwhile, Koss is destroying the base of MMA. Strelock just pretty much wrecked Dimaga. Dimaga's down to this last base, although he did build another Ultralisk cavern, so he can still keep producing Ultralisk, which looks like he is going to do it. And, that's so funny. So, looks like Dimaga has, out of the kindness of his heart, has chosen to spare MC. Meanwhile, MMA is about to leave the game, as he is about to be destroyed. He might stay. I'm not entirely sure though, but just to watch, maybe the replay later. So very well played for MMA. Unfortunately, he is pretty much dead at this point in time. A little bit of a tense situation over here for dApollo. And oh man, there's a DT in dApollo's line, which is just killing so many workers. It's down to 8 kills. Meanwhile, tanks are on the low ground, and they are going straight for the gateways. So pretty crazy there. Looks like Puma's trying to push around with his 1 dropship and, well, with that dropship and those 6 Marines. He is sieged up on this base right here, so he is going to be alive for at least a little bit longer. At least until someone else finds out about him. Meanwhile, this gold base is pretty much mined out, and this base is mined out for Rotterdam. Rotterdam's force is looking very scary. And Rotterdam's force actually has a bunch of Immortals, a lot of Colossi, and quite a few Void Rays. So it's a pretty scary looking force. One that can very easily combat Dimaga's Ultralisk heavy force, especially because Ultralisk can't They can't shoot up. Like, I suppose they could probably reach up if they stood on their hind legs. So it looks like a little bit of a tense situation between Strelock and Dimaga there. Strelock is able to salvage most of his swords, which are +3 on the attack. Meanwhile, Puma is I think he is going to be trying to destroy this base, which unfortunately there are no resources in. While Rotterdam goes straight for the dApollo. There's so much going on here, so much missiles, but inevitably Rotterdam is going to finish off Dimaga. So that's pretty much it for Dimaga. I don't really know if there's anything else to see there, at least. I think EG Puma is finished too. So it looks like, yeah, that's pretty much the end of it for Puma. He just got wrecked by these Ultralists. He does have this base right here, however there are Ultralists there too. Meanwhile, Koss is moving out, just looking for somebody to kill, I suppose. Strelock is moving into the what's left of the base of MC, and he sees that there really isn't anything else, and MC for the most part is in fact very dead. He is pretty dead. So is dApollo, actually, for that matter. Slayer's enemy has actually been eliminated, and looks like he is going to finish off Puma. Although there are that's so funny. So dApollo is floating off his buildings just to be annoying. Meanwhile, Strelock actually has, he's in a really good position right now. He's very quickly mining out this base. This base is pretty much mined out for him. And Strelock is actually almost maxed out. His Thors are 1-3 on attack. However, these Ultralists are 5-3 on upgrades, and they're just going to be so powerful against these Thors. But luckily, Thors have a lot of health, so with some good tank placement, he could actually survive. Now, Strelock is, I'm not really sure what base Strelock is planning on taking with this one, as this is really one of the only viable mining bases. This one's pretty much mined out, which is why Koss took it. But Koss needs all the money he can take because Koss is like 60 supply away from being maxed out. Meanwhile, for Rotterdam, things are going pretty smoothly. He does have carriers in this mix now, and he has one more carrier coming out, as well as another Void Ray. So his force is looking definitely like the one to beat, in my opinion. Although there are a lot of Thors in Strelock. A lot of Thors and quite a few Vikings in Strelock's composition. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. Meanwhile, Dimaga is just cleaning up forces where he can, and Koss is actually moving out towards really the only viable mining base on the map. And he is going to catch a lot of these tanks out of the position, and he's going to be able to get awfully close, but at what cost? So Puma is out as well, he admits it. He is hanging out, he's putting his buildings in the middle there. Meanwhile, it looks like Koss is going to be able to hold this, and Koss is able to kill almost all, and Koss kills all of his Ultralists. So Dimaga is raging a little bit. I like seeing pros rage, it's pretty funny. Way more funny than when like regular players like myself rage, I would think. So meanwhile, wow, Rotterdam with these Void Rays is going to be so powerful, so hard to beat. Pretty much that's it. It really comes down to Strelock, Koss, and Rotterdam. And I'm putting my money on Rotterdam at this point in time, just because this force is so scary. This force doesn't... Koss actually doesn't have any Vikings whatsoever, and I don't think he knows very much about Rotterdam's force at the moment, except that it's very air-heavy, and that it does have Colossi mixed in too. So it looks like Dimaga is just going to run around trying to cause damage where he can, but pretty much... and Koss is long-distance mining from... I think he's going to land the command center, like maybe right here or something. Now Strelock is moving out. He is maxed out, and he is bringing Ghosts with him. Although I'm not sure what with, to be honest. I guess some killer EMPs right here could be against Rotterdam's force would be very helpful. So it looks like Strelock was denying mining on that base. And I think, yeah, here's the moment. Here's the incredible... Oh my god, yes. We're going to see a nuke against Empire Koss. And looks like Koss is going to get that nuke down, which killed all of those tanks. And that's pretty much it for Koss at this point in time. That's, wow, even some secret missiles I like. I really like that. So, Koss is all but eliminated. He does still have production facilities. However, mining is going to be a little bit difficult for him as Strelock is in position. However, Strelock is caught so out of position that this force right here is just going to wreck all of his infrastructure. He is pulling back his force. And unfortunately, all of these tanks... Oh man, that's so cool. All the tanks got vortexed. And it looks like he is going to... I'm not sure what if he's going to... Yep, he's going to fly some of his units inside the vortex. However, Strelock is getting a pretty nice surround on... wow. Some really incredible feedbacks on the Thors right there. And some really nice EMPs too, actually. He's able to do quite a bit of damage. And really nice vortex there is able to suck up almost all of FXO Strelock's force. He's going to fly the rest of his units in here, which is just going to make things very difficult, as these Colossi are just going to wreck everything. And you know what? Rotterdam, wow, I did not expect that to happen. Rotterdam is going to fall. And that's it. Rotterdam has left. It's pretty much just down to Koss at this point in time. He's really the only one with a force. Rotterdam is very dead. He had 1 health and one mineral and 1,500 plus gas. So Koss, determined not to give up, is still going to try and fight this out. Although he's not going to last much longer, as man, just Strelock, just incredible play from him, and he still has this base right here too. Koss is really he's only just building Marines, which Marines aren't very good against Thors, as it turns out, as you could probably guess, because Thor's like almost 2-shot Marines. Thors do 2-shot Marines, I suppose. And he is going to deny mining on this last base of Koss. And that's pretty much it for Koss. I think he's just going to go for it with these Marines and these medevacs and the couple of Vikings he has. However, even Strelock even has more Vikings than him. So, man, this has just been such a crazy game. I've loved like every minute of this. I wish there were more things like that. Just pros just doing FFAs and just being ridiculous. So here's the big engagement. He's got to be super careful not to run into this tank line, because these tanks are super powerful right now. It looks like he's actually going to drop onto the tanks, which there are Thors and Vikings here. Or no, he's going to go for a bit of a flank. Okay, I get it. I see what he's going to do. So here comes that super tense moment. Just waiting for the last engagement to happen. Looks like Strelock was able to snipe a stray medevac or something. And Koss is going to drop onto the Marines. And really nice play there. Managed to kill almost all the Marines. And, you know, I think, yeah, he's going to hold this. That is pretty much it. Koss can keep... No, I guess he's just going to keep fighting on it. No, I'm pretty sure that means GG. Or something. I don't know. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. That was super cool. I love FFAs, especially when they involve pros and just all sorts of ridiculousness. And man, MC and Dimaga, that was just hilarious. So, hope you guys enjoyed this game. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments. If you liked it, disliked it, if you want to see more of stuff like this, or really just anything at all, just let me know. Thanks for watching.